If you're on Social Security or disability benefits, the big day you've been waiting for, which is the cost of living adjustment announcement, is almost here. Tomorrow, October 12th, the Social Security Administration is going to announce what the cost of living adjustment is going to be that is going to go into effect on January 1st. Hello, I'm Kwame Kwade, a Social Security expert. If you are new to this channel, I want to urge you to subscribe because all we do is bring you the latest news and updates on anything that will affect your Social Security or disability benefits. Now, let's get right into it. So, COLA, Cost of Living Adjustment, is an annual event or annual announcement that happens in October where the Social Security Administration looks at inflation data from the Department of Labor during the third quarter and compares it to last year's third quarter. And if there's been an increase in cost of living, then there's going to be an adjustment to your Social Security or disability benefits beginning January 1st the following year. So there is an inflation data called the CPIW, and I'm going to explain that in a second. We have this article from Fox News that goes into detail about that. So basically, the way the Social Security Administration calculates COLA is that they look at this Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, or CPIW, from July, August, and September, which is the third quarter of each year. They're looking at the CPIW contains a list of goods and services that affects people, generally. So it's like food, transportation, healthcare, etc., etc. So there's a list of goods and services. They measure the average prices for this year, the third quarter, and then they compare it to the third quarter's prices for last year. If there's been an increase in price, which means that the cost of living has gone up, then you're going to get an adjustment on your Social Security or disability benefits. If prices went down, they would not make any adjustment because they cannot reduce your Social Security or disability benefits. By law, they cannot do that. If prices stays the same, then your benefits stays the same. So typically, for most years, there is an adjustment upwards. Last year, you got 8.7% adjustment because inflation was so high, historic high. But this year, according to the reputable Senior Citizens League, which is a non-partisan group that focuses on issues that affect older Americans, they, based on their calculation, think that the COLA for next year is going to be 3.2%. So they are expecting that when the Social Security Administration makes the announcement tomorrow, is going to be 3.2%. So what does that mean? Well, that pretty much bumps the average Social Security benefit to $1,790, which is about $57 increase beginning next year. So what does that mean for you? Well, I mean, COLA historically has not really caught up with inflation. And that's just a fact. If you've been receiving Social Security or disability benefits and you compare especially medical inflation, healthcare inflation, to the increase that you're getting, it's never enough. So basically, there's a catch-22 here because, the COLA, a high COLA bumps you out of eligibility for a lot of social net programs like food stamps, heating, transportation, assistance, all these assistance that are available for low-income individuals and families, that if you're getting more money from Social Security, bumps you from those eligibility categories, but at the same time, the money you're getting from Social Security or disability is not enough. So you're caught up in this middle part where you don't get enough money from the raises that you're getting with your Social Security or disability benefits, but you're making too much money to qualify for these social programs. So that is one issue, and that's why there is a big push in Congress to create a new way of measuring inflation that affects seniors. And they want to call it the Consumer Price Index for the Elderly, or CPIE, which will be a way to better track the goods and services that directly affect seniors. For instance, one of the issues is healthcare inflation. If you've looked at your premiums every month, if you're on Medicare Part B, premiums that go up every year, if you look at the cost of drugs, if you look at co-payments, if you look at deductibles, everything goes up with healthcare faster than the normal inflation that we see or the normal increase that you see with your social security and disability benefits. So there's this push in Congress to come up with a better way of tracking inflation so that the COLA for seniors and people with disability can really reflect the actual cost of goods and services that directly impacts them. So tomorrow is the big day. The announcement is going to be tomorrow. So hopefully I'm going to record a video tomorrow or the day after to give you the new numbers of what your average benefits are going to be and all the other information that is affected when the COLA is released. Because when the COLA is announced, there's a lot of other information, there's a lot of other numbers that people care about, especially seniors, that are affected. Your taxable, how much of your social security benefits is taxed is going to be affected. How much wages, maximum wages that are taxed is going to be affected. Average social security benefits are going to be affected. So all these other data points are going to be affected by tomorrow's announcement. So watch out, stay tuned for a video that's going to come right after the announcement. So until next time, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to our channel so you'll be the first to know when we release the new video about the COLA and the other things that may affect your benefits. So we'll see you in the other video.